What's going on, guys, and welcome back to workout number 4. We're here outside at Goodale Park in downtown Columbus. It's a beautiful day. Hope you're enjoying your Wednesday as well. Let's get into today's workout. Continuing our circuits, our first round of exercises, we're going to have skater jumps, forward lunges with overhead press, it's a favorite, as well as our bent over weighted rows. Again, you don't need any extra weight, but if you have books, have some canned goods, have some stuff you can use around for a little extra resistance, let's grab it. Today I'm just going to do all body weight, so let's get into it and let's have some fun. Let's start off with our skater jumps. For our skater jumps, these are basically lateral jumps. Starting on one side, starting on the one foot, you're going to jump laterally to the side, landing gingerly on that other foot. Try to land just on that one foot. If you have to step down, that's fine, but try to keep that one foot up and jump back. You can jump as wide or as narrow as you want to. If you're not super comfortable with big jumps, just little hops are going to be just fine. If you feel comfortable, feel adventurous, try to get big old jumps. The idea is that you're jumping laterally, landing gingerly on that one leg, keeping that good balance. Right? So explosive jumps left and right. Second workout we've got is our forward lunge and our overhead press. If you've been following along, you know these guys, but if not, I'll show you here real quick. Taking that nice split stance, here, dropping that back leg, keep that body nice and straight. As you lunge down, you press up overhead. Get that nice stretch through that body, nice stretch through those arms, using those shoulders. Press up, back to beginning, alternate leg, drop down, back up. From the front view, something like this, and split, drop that back leg, press straight up, return to start, split, drop, back up, back up. You can do one arm at a time on the overhead, or you can do both arms at the same time. Again, holding a weight or not holding a weight, either one's up to you. Last thing in this circuit is our bent over row. So again, getting into that nice athletic stance, feet about hip width apart, pushing those hips back, nice hinge here, keeping that back nice and straight. We want that weight over our hips and over our legs. Palms facing in on this. Again, you could hold a book bag here or hold some sort of weights, or just clench those fists. All you're doing is pulling those elbows straight back, kind of squeezing, pretend like you're squeezing a pencil between your shoulder blades. Pull those shoulders nice and tight back, release back down. Nice and tight up, right back down. Back down. On the front, again, keeping those elbows nice and tucked in by those sides. Don't let them flare out. Keep them nice and tucked. You're going to feel that nice squeeze down the middle of the back between those shoulder blades. Those are the first 3 exercises we got going for us today. We've got our skater jumps. You're going to do 12 on each leg. Our forward lunges with overhead press. You're going to do 10 on each leg. And we're finishing up with those rows. We're doing 25 reps. All right? We're doing 3 rounds of that. Take about a 2 to 3 minute break to catch your breath. As you can tell, I'm a little bit out of breath just telling you how to do this. So imagine actually doing it. It's going to get your heart rate up. It's going to feel good. Go through your 3 rounds. That little 2 to 3 minute break between each one, and I'll catch you back here for circuit number 2. What's going on, guys? Welcome back for circuit number 2. Hopefully circuit number 1 really kicked your butts, but you're feeling good, feeling ready to get going with number 2. Let's get into it. Our next 3 exercises we're going to do our crunches, we're going to do our inch worm walkout, as well as our alternating jumping lunge. So we're still doing a lunge variation, but this time we're jumping around with it. We're going to have a little bit more fun with it. Let's get kicked off here. We got our crunches using the yoga mat here at the park. Laying flat on your back. If you want to, you can pick your knees up. If it's more comfortable to keep your feet down, that's perfectly fine. Keep your knees bent. What that's going to do is take away your hips. You're going to focus on those abs. Okay? I like to just keep my arms in front. Clasp my hands together. You can cross them. You can put them up by your ears. Don't put them behind your head, because that's going to give you cause you to want to pull that neck up, which puts a lot of strain on the neck. You want to keep the focus on those abs. So all it is laying down, just a little crunch up, lifting those shoulder blades off the ground. You should feel those upper abs engage. Crunch, back down, crunch, back down. One of the ways you can feel this is if you inhale as you come down and exhale as you crunch up. That exhale is going to cause your abs to contract even more. Really feel a good burn through that core. Okay. Flipping over here, we're going to do our inch worm. If you followed along our program, we did these in workout number 2. As a reminder, we start off in our high pike position, kind of just bent over here. All you're going to do is walk your hands out into a nice tall plank, as if you're going to do push-ups, and then walk your hands right back. Out to that tall plank, and back. Now, if that's too difficult for you, you can do it from your knees. That's perfectly fine. Walk out and in. Or if that's a little bit too easy, you can do a moderation. Start in that tall plank. Walk your hands back 3 steps. Walk your hands forward 3 steps. Keep that core nice and engaged. Get that body from the head through your feet in a nice straight line through your core. Get that good burn in those abs. Last exercise in the second circuit we're going to do is our alternating jump lunges. So let's get into those. Similar to our forward lunge, we're getting into that nice split position, dropping that back knee, but from here, again, if you followed along, we did these in one of our earlier workouts, you're going to jump and switch and land gingerly in a lunge with the other foot forward. Again, keeping the weight balanced throughout. You are going to push through more through that front foot as you jump than you are on that back foot. From the side here, starting that good lunge position, jump, switch, and land gingerly. Nice and flat on that front foot, high on the toes on the back foot, jumping back and forth. If that's too much, start with a forward lunge, jump to start position. Forward lunge, jump to start position. Okay? That's a good alternate to get you going. And that's our 3 exercises in circuit number 2. We've got our crunches. We'll do 15 reps of our crunches. Our inch worm walkout, 6 walkouts. Out and back counts as 1, so we'll do that 6 times. As well as 8 jumps on each leg of our alternating jumping lunges. Again, 3 rounds, 2 to 3 minute rest in between each round. Have some fun with it, and I'll catch you here for our last little circuit. Alright guys, if you're still with me, that means you've survived round circuit number 2, and you're ready for the last one. We got 2 exercises in our last circuit. Let's finish strong, let's feel good. I don't know about you, if you're outside, this is beautiful weather. I hope you're enjoying it as well. Let's finish strong here. Last 2 exercises, we've got a Spider-Man plank. If you've been following along, again, we've been doing a lot of Spider-Man variations. I'm feeling like a superhero right now. I'm trying to combat this coronavirus here. We've got Superman planks rather than push-ups, and a frog jump variation. So let's get into it, and let's have some fun finishing up strong. Ready? All right, Spider-Man planks. If you've been following along, we've been doing Spider-Man push-ups. Essentially, the idea is very similar, except this time we start from a plank on our elbows, and still doing that Spider-Man variation where we bring our knee up to meet our elbow as high as we can off to the side there. Okay? That nice tall plank, body nice and straight, core tight from shoulders all the way down through our toes. Knee up to elbow, back to starting position. Alternate now the right side, back to starting position. Do your best not to let the knee touch the ground up by the elbow. Try to keep it up if you can. If that's too difficult, again, we can do this variation from our knees. Bringing that knee up to that shoulder still, keeping that core nice and engaged. Try to lift that leg as high as you can up to that elbow. It's going to work those obliques, get that added extra burn in the core. If that's too much, just hold a plank. We're going to hold, if we do a plank, just hold the plank for about 40 to 45 seconds, as long as you can to just really feel that nice core burn. Last thing we're going to do is our frog jump. Now, we've been doing some squat jumps, which are essentially just, normal squat and jump. This one's a little bit more advanced. What you're going to do is essentially get into a deeper squat, kind of like a frog. We're going to take a wider stance here. Squat down as low as we can, and you're going to explode up as high as you can like a frog. We're also going to try to jump forward. I just jumped straight up and down, but from the side, it's going to look a little something like this. A wider stance, nice deep squat, forward jump. Okay? Jumping up high, jumping up forward like a frog. Again, if that's too advanced, if jumping forward and getting too low is too much, just do a normal jump squat. Try to work on that explosive jump up and ginger land, okay? We got 3 rounds. You're doing 8 reps on each side of the Spider-Mans, bringing those knees up to the elbow, and 10 frog jumps, okay? Take about a 90-second to 2-minute break between each round. This can be a little bit quicker, but finish up strong, and let's feel good. Let's have a great afternoon. Thanks again for tuning in, guys, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.